Welcome back to BIBSTER'S Repair Shop. It's been a while. Been a busy last week or so. But Project Otis is actually done. By that I mean I got the oil pan on, which you saw before, and got the right filter, but didn't put the filter housing facing the way that got painted, so that was smart. So we'll talk a little bit about what we did on the project and a little bit about it, and then we'll get this thing ready to say goodbye. Now, currently there's no tractors here that normally are there. It's nice enough out for the last couple of days that they've been parked outside. They're gonna come in tonight actually, but I thought I'd film this before I did that. So we're right back. Excuse me. All right, so yeah, we're done with Project Otis. Kind of did the last little bit of work, which wasn't much to really show. And so I'm going to just button it up now. I think it's the last thing I have to do, and I'll probably show that tonight. So maybe I'm not actually done with Otis. This will be the last, no. Probably won't be the last video. I lie. So we're going to do the last couple things. We're going to do my backyard fix for the steering issue, or not steering issue, but the throttle issue, where the whole steering thing comes back, just like on my other M. And clean things up, put the hood back on, and it'll be ready to go. So, if this is something you're interested in, now's the time. Send me an email. There'll be an email in the description. And we'll go from there. So you can put an email there or message me on BIBS Promotions or check out stickers and all that stuff. So we'll go from there if you're interested in it. But yeah, so this is a 44 Farmall. If you're just joining us and we've got some new subscribers that I picked up. Did a little bit of work on, replaced the oil pan, gasket, and fixed where it needed to be welded up. If you go back, there's actually a playlist for this whole tractor. Rewired the lights. The alternator, it is charging, but the gauge doesn't work. I was gonna put a gauge in it, but probably not going to, because I know it's working. So if you are interested in it and you want me to do that, just let me know. I can throw that right in there. That'll be really not the big of an issue. But yeah, so this last week was kind of nuts. I was super busy almost every night of the week last week, so I didn't have a chance to really get out here too much. And then once I was out here on the weekend, it was so nice out. I was doing work outside and moving tractors around, and was going to start filming and then didn't start filming. So that's why there was the week off. And also we did drop a podcast episode. If you haven't checked those out, check them out. Basically, it's also on the podcast section called BIBSTER'S Talks 2. If you just Google search BIBSTER'S Talks 2, or I'll put a link in the description. But this podcast I've been doing for the last 3 years or something like that. Yeah, 3 or 4 years. But I haven't done episodes that common, but I'm getting back into it. So what I'm also saying is, my buddies that are all YouTube channels, get ready, because I'm going to start. We'll try and have you on. We'll talk about how you started and all that fun stuff. So we'll kind of go around this tractor a little bit and kind of show it off, and then maybe we'll talk about it a little bit, and then I'll do that fix actually. Let me do that fix real quick. All right. Well, actually, the other thing I was gonna fix, I fixed off camera because it was pretty easy. All I had to do was just tighten up this other set screw on this side, so now it throttles up and down without this whole thing. Because it's got these 2 set screws that'll move around. So I thought what I'd do is kind of go around this tractor and show you everything on it quick, and then we can kind of show what we have on it, what doesn't have on it, what works, what doesn't work. Because obviously with it being for sale, you're gonna want to know. We will do a full tractor review on this particular tractor, just because it still has everything versus my other M. It does have the hood. It's just currently sitting right there because I was working on it, and I thought I'd leave it off so you can kind of see all the fun. So yep, like I said before, this is a 44 model. Definitely work clothes is what I would definitely describe this as. Does appear to be everything works that I've tried. There isn't any hydraulic lines on it, but they're just fittings away, so I wasn't able to check anything on the hydraulic system, but it sounds like it runs. And I had a loader on before, is one of the reasons why it's so filthy. And the previous owner said that worked. It has the actual battery box. That's sometimes those get thrown off and are gone. So it's nice to have that piece. It doesn't have the bolts there, but that's not that big of a deal. The belt drive, I'll bring it on the other side. We'll show that. The belt drive is missing the lever to engage it. But it does seem to work. So that's disengaged, and that's engaged, so it's locked in. So when I fire the tractor up the next time, I'll go ahead and put the clutch in and then try and engage that. But like I said, it is missing the shifter, so, but that's a pretty easy deal. And honestly, most people aren't going to be using much belt work on these. It doesn't have the wheel, but a lot of guys like to have them on there for restoring. Leaks. That wheel seal is leaking a little bit, so that would have to be addressed. Also, this tire, at least I know for sure, has fluid in it. I believe the other one probably does as well. So because of that, there is a little bit of rot around that particular, and it's a yellow rim. It doesn't make any sense. Tires are pretty decent. Nothing super to scream home right about. There's some dry cracking. They are nice and hard, so if you're going to try and pull with it, you know, there's some pretty nice tires on it. Might have to put a boot on that one in one spot. Just being fully honest on that. Like I said, all new lights. The switch, it's the 12-volt style switch where it's got the dim and the high. So that's a nice touch. Steiner unit on that. Like I said, this gauge does not work, but the alternator does charge. So does have the 12-volt one-wire conversion. Does appear to work, which is good. Also, it fits. It's got this homemade bracket, but it does fit under the tin work really nice, so that's nice. And the belt's pretty good. Like I said, I put this belt on. If you remember, when we bought it, we put the water pump belt on and made that all happy. Let's check the points out here. Actually, I don't think I've had this off yet. Points don't look too bad. Looks like a newer condenser in there, so that's nice. Yeah, points actually look really nice in there. If you look in there, see, a little dirty, but definitely, like I said, it's always fired right up for me, so we'll fire it up here. It's getting dark out, so I probably won't take it for a drive. Maybe I'll take it for a quick run. Apologize for that, but it was right in the camera. But yeah, so that is good. If I can get that thing to relatch, it'd be even better. There we go. That's good. So everything works there. It's got the doesn't have a key switch. It's got the original pole switch, which is nice, and it's got a new switch for the starter that does work. We'll in neutral, you can see this thing. The fuel's also should fire, and that's off it. So that works really nice. Starter turns on. It's probably not new. If you are looking to get a two-way valve, I think I know a guy with one, so if you want to try and do that with the hydraulics, because I believe the hydraulics work. I never had them working on this particular tractor, but, well, I never worked them on this particular tractor. Let's go to the back, and I'll show you one other slight issue. Because I just want to kind of show everybody everything on it, on Otis. So the hitch does have the PTO cover still. That actually doesn't leak like a sieve like my other M does, the PTO seal. Again, believe this works. I'll fire this up once we get it running. It does have this fix on the hitch here, but it looks like it's done. I mean, the welds are absolutely garbage, but it looks like it's held up. It's been on there for long enough that if it would have broke, it would have broke already, where they welded in this big piece on the bottom and then welded it up here. So there's that hitch, obviously. Ran pretty good. Missing the bolt here, but that's not that big of a deal. And it's got the nice, mine on the other end, this is all kind of cobbled up in this area right here. So, but yeah, like I said, I rewired it so it actually runs through the right way, not through the dumb lights. And other than that, really didn't have to do too much to this tractor. Drove it around. The front tires, the right front's got a pretty good leak, so that would have to probably be addressed if you were going to drive it. I mean, I drove it from Morrison, but that might be something to think about. So there is that. Well, let's fire this tractor up and let's show you some of the stuff working and see how that goes. I say that like I'm going to cut the camera, but I'll probably just move some stuff out of the way. Turn the fuel on here. Maybe. All right, there we got the fuel on. Probably should clean that setting bowl up, but it's actually dirt on the outside. See that? like, it's not actually that dirty on the inside, it's just filthy on the outside, so that should be good. Yeah, pull the key, jiggle it, make sure you can run yourself over. Probably wants a little choke, might be a little cold. Give it a little bit of choke there. No idea without the clutch in, but you can see it kind of moving, so it works. Just want to have the clutch to normally do that. Around the tractor real quick. So you got PTO works here in a second. Set it down right there. That's a spinner. Somebody. You can see the tractor's headed on the side. Let me show you the lights working here. Hold on a second. Like a kid. Alright, I'll shut her off. But yeah, so that is the Farmall M. Otis, we call it. So if you want to own Otis, let me know. Yeah, I think it'd be set up. It doesn't come with any wheel weights. Like I said, I think it's got fluid in both tires. For sure in the one, because I had to fill out with some air in the one, and you could hear it in there. One other thing I did on it was I did put this dipstick in the oil pan. All right, so this is Otis, and yeah, this could be yours. Hopefully someone likes it. Otherwise, well, I have two Farmalls, so either way, it's not really a bad deal for me. But yeah, so I think I went over everything. Yeah, it does go in the top one. I couldn't remember exactly on that dipstick. If it goes on the top, it does. So that was kind of some confusion there on the last part. But as you guys all know, I will always call myself an idiot when I do dumb stuff. So that was kind of dumb. So yeah, but other than that, channel updates should hopefully, the next couple weeks are kind of busy, but hopefully we kind of catch back up. I got to get in tractor pulling mode because I just got, I think I'm going to one in May 8th, which hopefully will be an asphalt pull. First time ever doing that. I can't decide if I'm going to take the Super. If I get the Super done, the Super I think will be more competitive. But if I don't, I'll take the Farmall, and I got to figure out tires, what I'm going to run, and all that stuff. So what I might do is if I take the Super, I'll put the tires from the Super onto the 70 and put those 15.5s that are junk on the Super. So I think that would pull really well. So that might be what I do. But then I got to figure out a way to put, like, 1,000 pounds of weight on it. So it'll be fun to stay along. It's got to kind of thrashing for a few weeks here and doing all of that. But yeah, other than that, hopefully we'll do a podcast at some point this week. So stay tuned on that. If you haven't heard of the podcast yet, it's called Bibster Talks 2. There's a link in the About on the channel page. Make sure to check that out. Always some really cool interviews, especially if you go back a ways. Hasn't been too many recently, but I got interviews with everybody from some YouTubers. I got to talk to Kenny Schrader last year, and that was a lot of fun. Or no, 2 years ago. It was at Makoga 2 years ago. Yeah, not last year. I didn't do any interviews last year. So that was really neat. There's been some other cool ones, some other YouTubers and stuff like that. So check that out. If you're interested in being on the podcast, hit me up. Let me know. It's pretty easy, not too difficult. Doesn't hurt too bad. It's like a Band-Aid. One quick motion. But yeah, that's probably about it. So sorry it's been a week that I've been gone. I promise. No, I don't promise. My week's going to be nuts this week too. So you might see another video this week. You might not. We'll figure that all out in the next little bit. Might show you. Ooh, I think I'll throw that in. It's going to be the wrong way. My buddy, I went and saw my brother-in-law last night. And he has an Atlas 7000 that he's been working on, no computer. And so I'll probably roll that clip while I do the like and subscribe thing. So that clip will play, like, subscribe, do all the things you know what to do. We promise we'll see you on the next one. It should be soon. If you're not subscribed, hit that button. It helps out a lot. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up. You know all the stuff to do. Check out the page. Check out Facebook. And if you want a stickers, hit me up. Let me know. Talk to you later. Bye. Check out my brother-in-law's Alice. Thought you'd like to see it. He's going to took the cab off. He's going to run no cab, obviously.